just been trying their very best to kill the whole story about a lot of drama that has been happening in the camp of Belgium. If this will affect them today remains to be seen, but I know that, different countries out there, they've had their fair share of fire on the mountain and, Basgos during the World Cup. I know the Super Eagles at, various points, even though now money matter cost that one. I don't know if it was during, Julius, did that ever happen in your time at the World Cup? Well, now they quarrel on top money.
It has been like that.
At the World Cup, yeah?
Yes.
But did that affect, when our fights finish, come field, how are they comporting ourselves? Because looking at how these guys had their warm-up, you can even tell that, something is not right between the Belgians,
Yes. And it's always like that. Sometimes the players, they keep a lot of things in their mind because it's not everything they're going to voice out, especially when it comes to finances. They cannot speak out like that because, sometimes when you speak out, they can use it against you.
Maybe finances self is better because this one is a teammate of yours saying that we are old. We cannot win the World Cup. I think that's even worse, isn't it?
Yes. That's worse. That's why, sometimes you keep those things and then it's better to have that discussion, with the management and, probably they can get something resolved. It's better that way than, coming out publicly to speak. But maybe after the discussion, if nothing happens, then that is when you can go public.
Wow. All right, let's hope they can do something, but it's gonna take a miracle for them to be able to make it to the round of 16, and they would hope that Morocco would lose. I think that's pretty much it. But this Moroccan side,
the Belgians, they actually not been able to live up to their expectation because a lot of people have had high hopes for this team because of the names, the club they play, and it's a lot of expectation, but actually they didn't live up to it. That's the goal.
Oh wow. All right, FJ, updates.
Yes, indeed. Sports Amazon. Morocco have taken a heavy lead against Canada. Hakim Ziyech is the one with the goal. He's having himself a World Cup, Hakim Ziyech. And of course, the Canadians try to play out from the back. They're playing from left to right, clad in their red kits, red shirts, red shorts, and red socks there, while Morocco playing from right to left in their white shirt, white socks, and white shorts there. Milan Borjan, the Canadian goalkeeper, stepped out of goal and he tried to play out from the back, and he played onto the path of Hakim Ziyech, who just saw the goal and just looped it from range. 40 yards it was. And of course, Gianni Infantino, with a grin, Fuzilekia perhaps would be dancing wherever he is. Morocco 1, Canada 0.
What a way to get started. And of course, Morocco taking the lead and already showing Canada will not be mates. Let's see how it goes. One of the fans was hoping there would be spoilers to Morocco. I don't know. But time will tell. But this Moroccan side look like they are out to just make it to the next round. Like they look like nothing want to stop them. Anyway, so I was talking about Belgium earlier, FJ. End of the golden generation. Is this the end?
Well, they're cooked. Perhaps almost. I just hope they don't get burnt. For their sake, I want them to win today. It's going to be bad if this is how they sign out. There were so many aspirations. 2014 World Cup, they were knocked out in the quarterfinals by Argentina. 2018, they took France to the wire. This is their swan song, and for them to be signing out.
This is the worst I've ever seen them.
Yes, they were terrible at Euro 2016. It was absolutely criminal that they lost to Wales by 3-1 in that quarterfinal. But that aside, I just feel that they need to, if they are going to go out, they need to go out on a high. I don't know what it is with golden generations, but they often have a way of ending in a whimper. You just sort of see them, that crescendo. You go back to Nigeria in 94. By the time our guys went to the 98 World Cup, most of them were cooked, done, finished. And then we ended up losing 4-1 to Denmark, and then we're hearing things like Jesus, when the canon was released, You look at Cote d'Ivoire, 2015, class of 2015, they went to the 2017 AFCON, they finished with just 2 points, the old golden generation thing. So by the time, it just has a way where once it's come to England in 2006 generation, goes to the 2010 World Cup, they barely scraped out of a group that had USA, Slovenia, and Algeria. So, it seems to be a theme.
Is it the excessive expectations?
I just sort of think, I mean, some of the things that they've been said about the Belgians, they're absolutely ridiculous, Sports Amazon. I think some of them that are like, okay, yes, these guys, they play for big clubs. So I think the expectations, maybe they might be used to it. But I think things like this person has not spoken to this person in a long time for personal reasons.
Oh yeah, well that's understandable. And then the other one stole the other one's girlfriend.
Yeah, I just he's too slow.
You know,
he can't run. It was like, I think in the team, some of them already have each other in mind.
Yes,
like they were waiting for a moment like this. That you know, once there's a moment of mess up, oh yeah, start calling this person.
And to think that, you know, after the story leaked about how they just went into got physical. One of the wives, Mertens' wife, actually said they forced them to go for team bonding, like to go out for, you know, was it barbecue or something?
Yes, barbecue.
And they all looked awkward. Imagine una don't popo na serve inside house. They say, coach say, oh yeah. I don't know if na coach for pass do that one. Oh yeah, everybody go and go for team bonding, sit down on the table, act like friends. Oh boy.
Talk it out. I mean, heart to heart. Come
what?
to Jesus meeting.
Anyway, so let's see what comes out of this. But of course, just in case you missed out, yesterday was dramatic, especially that game between the Carthage Eagles and France. I mean, I don't know how many of you were at the edge of your seats, but just so you know, I mean, it was.
I wasn't. They messed it up a long time ago.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I don't know how the French actually felt after that goal cancellation was disallowed. But anyway, a reminder, in case anything dramatic happens, just like it did yesterday, you know, if you needed a little bit of reminder, just to let you know the conclusion of how things will be settled should teams end level on points, okay? Points accrued. And then goal difference comes in second. Goal scored comes in third. After that is the head-to-head results. Then you have fair play. I remember which country was it that left the last World Cup? Senegal. Fair play. Yeah,
it almost happened yesterday, by the way.
The fewest yellow cards. That's when it comes to play, and then the last one, lots drawn. You know, so these are the way things are settled in case any dramatic situations happen. In case this one now comes with something dramatic. But yeah, that's it. So let's get some updates real quick, and let's get some updates on the game. FJ.
Yeah, Sports Amazon. 9 minutes gone in the two games, so far so good, and it's not really changed so much in terms of the grand scheme of things, especially since Hakim Ziyech got that goal for Morocco. They have a corner in the 9th minute on the right, and it is Canada's left, and the goalkeeper Milan Borjan comes out for a high claim. But let's quickly go to the game between Croatia and Belgium, where there's been a lot of action. Even Perisic in the 2nd minute had an opportunity. In fact, it was barely 60 seconds into the game where straight from the kickoff, Luka Modric flipped a pass forward towards Ivan Perisic. Perisic downs past one defender, and of course his effort whistled just wide off the post. And then in the 3rd minute, there was another opportunity once again coming from the Croatians, and this time it was Andre Kramaric where he couldn't sort his feet, and Belgium were able to clear. And then in the 5th minute, there was also a bit of an opportunity for the Belgians to settle into the game, but it didn't come good, and everything just ended straight up flat for the Belgians as they sought to attack against Croatia. As it is at the moment, still no goals as far as this is concerned. Belgium are actually playing in a back four rather than a back three, as I read out in the starting lineup. So perhaps a bit of emphasis on stability going into this one as far as they're concerned. And already the Croatians have been caught offside twice in the first 9 minutes in this game. Perhaps it's the strategy they're trying to employ.
Okay. All right. Let's find out from Julius. How are the Moroccans holding their own? I mean, they're probably too much for the Canadians, but you tell us how you feel the game is going so far.
Well, you can see from the blast of the whistle, you saw that the Moroccans are ready for this game. They want to get the 3 points, and they are ready to go. That is why they are attacking full force. For the Canadians, I think they came to this tournament with a lot of high hopes, a lot of high expectation, but it wasn't meant to be. But they will learn a few lessons from this tournament, hoping that the next World Cup they'll be fully prepared for it, because they are going to host. So they will take a lot of positives from this World Cup, and then they will improve on it before the next World Cup. But today, I think it's going to be Morocco all the way.
All right. Let's get some calls before we get some stats from Joseph. You can call us on 090-40,889, 090-41,889. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, please. Welcome.
My name is George.
All right.
I got wonder. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, you see, for me, what is happening to Belgium? You see, for me, I believe that they did a great mistake to put that coach to the World Cup. They're supposed to see the sign in that Belgium before even thinking about to take this particular coach to the World Cup. They would have, you see, if we're talking about that national league that they are playing in Europe, they are not sitting well. You see, you are.
So you're saying the mistake was taking the coach?
Yes, they did a very big mistake to taking the coach to the World Cup, because a country like that is not doing anything good. Even if you watch all the tournaments that Martinez are leading to, boy, imagine the way that they normally used to back out. You can't give that man that kind of full assurance without it producing anything. All this calculating and play that you are seeing in that thing is easy because that educator, I don't even believe on what the Bonnie is saying. All these people are just saying that's the thing. I believe that he caused this problem because he have overstayed the welcome. We would have left that thing for a very long time. For another man, they would take them to this World Cup. So I believe that whatever that are going to come out today is because. Thank you very much.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So last caller was saying the handwriting has long been on the wall. They should not have taken Martinez to the World Cup. They should have done away with him to get another one. But you know how it works in other advanced countries. Not how we hurriedly just make decisions in Nigeria. It's the World Cup. So, you know, they've been together for a while. And I'm sure that the FA there had beliefs that they would get to improve. They had been playing the Nations League, yes, neither here nor there, but just sacking the coach before the World Cup. It's only Africa is to see that one. No? It's only Africa. Anyway, let's quickly get updates on the game before we get to Joseph.
Yes, Sports Amazon. Belgium had a golden opportunity in the 11th minute. Kevin De Bruyne ran free after the Belgian defense contained a Croatian attack that was stemming and building from the left by Ivan Perisic. Ball was stolen by Axel Witsel. Quickly laid it up to Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne surged forward, played a pass onto the path of Dries Mertens, and boy oh boy, Mertens' opportunity. That was the first time hit, and yes indeed he did hit it first time, but it was too much. Could not wrap his right foot around the ball well enough, and instead of going into the net, the ball is still rising right now, hopefully looking to land on the moon. And when it does, we perhaps will know. Still 15 minutes gone, Croatia 0, Belgium 0. As far as that one is concerned. In the game between Canada and Morocco, the Moroccans almost score a second goal from a corner that was taken directly by Hakim Ziyech, but the goalkeeper came out quickly to snuff out the attempt. And then straight down the other hand, Morocco were trying to play out from the back. They got in a whole world of trouble, and looks like they could still get in that trouble as far as they're concerned. The Canadians pressed high, and Kyle Laring was able to win a corner for the Canadians, but the Maple Leafs, they did absolutely nothing with the corner. Still Canada 0, Morocco 1, Belgium 0, Croatia 0.
Okay, let's get some stats on the game. It's 15 minutes gone, so let's get some stats from Joseph.
Yes, it's all about the Canadians versus the Moroccans. Of course, telling you how the game is being played on paper at the moment in time. 47% of the ball possession has gone the way.
All right, let's get some update from FJ. Sorry to interrupt.
Sports Amazon, a penalty has been awarded between Croatia and Belgium, and it's been awarded to Croatia. Anthony Taylor, the referee, awarded the penalty after Yannick Ferreira Carrasco was adjudged to have stamped Andre Kramaric in the 15th minute in the Belgian box. Belgium have had the opportunity to take the lead, but then Carrasco was a very, very rash and needless challenge stamped on Kramaric. Taylor didn't even need to go to the VAR, happened straight and right in front of him, and Luka Modric has been handed the opportunity to give Croatia the lead against Belgium. As it stands right now, it is definitely going to be terrible for the Croatians. And now Anthony Taylor is being told by the VAR to wait because I don't think he was listening. VAR already, perhaps he might have told him before, but he said no, he was going to give the penalty, and the penalty has been awarded by Anthony Taylor, but it seems the VAR is in his hair, and he would have to go and check it and give it.
If it's really a penalty.
Yes,
or
if
not.
it's really a penalty or it's not. Thibaut Courtois looks like he's going to check the penalty. Sports Amazon. Anthony Taylor will go and check the penalty for a moment that could be very seismic in Belgium's World Cup campaign.
How interesting.
Yeah.
So he made that decision before VAR actually told him to check that again.
Yes, he was so adamant. And the review is twofold. They're checking whether it's offside, and then if he's offside, they will then check whether it's a penalty. So there are two calls involved in that phase of play, which is quite interesting. Is he offside? If he is offside, then that means... I find it absolutely ridiculous they're having to do this. This is just too much drama. I want the damn penalty. If he's going to score, well, they're checking whether he's offside. If he is offside, then of course the penalty will then be checked. So once that is checked, then we'll know the situation of things as far as it's concerned. But the offside call and then yes, he's been checked for offside. And once that's been decided, then we'll know whether the penalty has been given. Offside, Sports Amazon, offside. That penalty has been chalked off. Andre Kramaric was offside. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Imagine how the fans were already happy that a penalty was coming.
And
the Belgian fans must be relieved.
Yes,
they must be relieved right now.
So Anthony Taylor has ruled it out. He's signaled for offside. Mateo Kovacic, who took the free kick, is absolutely livid. He's gone to ask for an explanation, and Taylor has told him, "Your boy was offside, man. What you want to do about it?" It's 0-0, 18 minutes. That check took about 3 minutes.
I mean, Julius, sometimes in the heat of the game, you know, sometimes you can lose it. And when some calls are given and you are not in support, I mean, how is it that some players don't control themselves and they go to the referee like, guy, this is the way? I mean...
Yeah, some players do. Sometimes it's very difficult to control your emotions at that time because, you know, you are running around.
I remember you were mostly calm during your time.
I wasn't that calm. Maybe towards the end of my career I was. But when I started, you know, there was no VR, you know, so to go and check, you know. So we did a lot of battle, you know, with defenders on the pitch. Sometimes when they kick me, I retaliate because, you know.
No, I mean the part of going to
referees. Yeah, of course, there are some infringements that will be given against you, and you're not happy about it. And you go to the referee. I remember a league game in Ukraine. I was hacked down by 3 defenders. At the same time, I was on the floor, and they were kicking me, you know, on the floor. So the referee ran there, and then was trying to push them away, but me standing up, not knowing who is the referee or who is the defender, I just threw a punch, and it landed on the referee's face, and then he had a cut and he was bleeding, and
oh my goodness!
You know, so they sent me, and that was I think that's the only record I got in my career.
Oh my goodness! Everybody go collect.
You know, so I went to him. I was, you know, screaming on top of my voice. So it happens when you are in that emotion.
Wow.
So, and this particular incident, I like the introduction of VAR because sometimes some teams can be cheated out of a tournament because of wrong decisions of the referee or the linesman. But with this,
do you believe
introduction,
it helps the game, right?
Yes.
Even though some fans might feel hard done by once it's against them.
A lot of people don't like it because it's like it's slowing the game down. You know, for example, this game now, a penalty was awarded. Everybody is looking forward to that goal.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's running to go and check the video assistant referee. So, for that reason, a lot of people will not like it. But on the other part of not cheating someone, for example, you can be offside and then you score quickly. The referee might make that decision based on his call and say it's a goal. But when you really look at it, it wasn't. It was offside. So that's... for that reason, yes, accuracy, and I believe they will improve on it to make it faster.
VAR where we played Cameroon?
Cameroon in the Nations Cup 2000,
and I could not stand up.
We were cheated out of that. If there was VAR, we would have lifted the trophy.
Oh Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get back to the phone lines. Okay, yeah, sorry, before we get back to the phone lines, Joseph was giving us the stats earlier.
Yes, the stats of how things are on paper in the match between Canada and Morocco. 46% of the ball possession has gone the way of the North Americans, while Morocco are 54% of the ball possession, which signifies that they've had lion's share of things. Yes, in that very much encounter. Yes, 2 goal attempts for the Canadians and a total of 4 for the Moroccans. What about the number of goals, shots on goal? This time 1, and it has only gone into the net for the Moroccans, while the Canadians have 0 recorded in their name. 1 shot of goal for the Canadians, while the Moroccans have 2. 1 block shots for each side, and a total of 5 free kicks, 3 to the North Africans and 2 to Canada, to the Canadians. What about the corner kick situation? 2 corner kicks have been recorded in this match. Both times it has gone the way of the Moroccans. The number of offside in this match has been recorded to be 2, with both sides sharing 1 each. And no goalkeeper saves yet, as no goalkeeper has really been able to do anything to bring their side level, except for that goal. And of course, a total of 3 fouls in this one. The Canadians have 2, while Morocco has only 1. 1 yellow card has been brandished in this game, and it has gone the way of the Canadians. 101 total passes is in between the Canadian players. 87 of those have been completed, while for Morocco 122 total passes, and they've completed 105 out of 122. A total of 6 tackles, 4 has been made by Morocco, 2 by the Canadians. What about the number of attacks? 25 total attacks by the Canadians on the defensive side of the Moroccans, and only 3 has come dangerously close to scoring. And of course, the Moroccans have made use of their own. Out of 18 attacks, 11 has come dangerously close, and of course they scored 1 from one of those opportunities. We have one update.
MJ!
Yes, Sports Amazon, it's 2-0 to Morocco, and Yusuf En-Neysri has gotten the ball in the back of the net. The Moroccans are eating real good right here. They're celebrating. There's a lot of joy. There's a lot of excitement from the Moroccan national team, the Atlas Lions of Morocco. Hakim Ziyech, Sofiane Boual, they were all involved in the build-up, and it was absolutely beautiful for Morocco, who will now finish top of the group as it stands right now. As far as this one is concerned, this goal is going to take them top of the group. Who would have ever said? I mean, I didn't have them finishing top. I had them finishing second. But they are going to finish top of the group as it stands 2-0.
Who knows? Maybe more goals are coming.
Yeah, and that means they will remain the only team, apart from Brazil, yet to concede. It was a pass from Hakim Ziyech from the right wing, played it over the top. There was no stopping Yusuf En-Neysri once he took that ball in his slipstream. Took it and controlled. First touch confirmed. Second touch perfect. Unleashed a low drive into the bottom corner from his right foot. It is Morocco 2, Canada 0. And of course, the Canadians, the Maple Leafs, this is a hash lesson for them. And whatever is going to happen, Morocco had better not be in the group in 2026. They will give them a spanking. So this one, of course, Morocco 2-0 against Canada. The Moroccans going through as group winners as it stands, regardless of what happens. And mind you also, Morocco are on course to become the first African team to go the entire group stage without conceding a goal.
Yes. And I think that's absolutely amazing. It's interesting, that game against Belgium. But even though the Belgian side, you would have thought that's the kind of game they should have come up, to play against Morocco. And it was just an impressive victory that they had, against Belgium. So this too, to add to the beautiful things they've done so far. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please. Welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening. This is Sports Radio Brila FM. What's your name?
Ezekiel from Oshodi.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm very happy for Morocco. So I want Morocco to go through. And I'll be praying for Cameroon to also do well tomorrow.
Okay. Pray harder.
Thank you.
Pray harder. Hello. Hello.
Hello, okay, good evening.
Yes, good evening to you. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Ophili. I'm calling from Abuja.
Ophili.
And I want to say kudos to Julius Agawa and the crew in the studio.
Thank
In fact,
you.
you guys are wonderful.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for Morocco because Morocco is doing well, and I'm happy that they are topping the group. Yeah. So And when you look at it, Moroccans are like 40,000 of them, foreign national in Canada. So they have a lot of fan-based support. So even though they are beating Canada, they are doing very well. That of Croatia against Belgium, I believe the Croatians must have watched Moroccan tape against Belgium. Their first shot on target was even less than 2 minutes. And they even had an attempt of getting a penalty, if not for VAR, that disallowed it. So this shows that the Croatians might win the Belgians. If they do not sit up, they might go out of this competition.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes, he says, well, the Belgians might just see their end at the World Cup in Qatar. Hello.
Good afternoon to you, okay?
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome, or rather, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Sorry.
Yeah.
Good evening to you, Agamanda.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay.
Go ahead. Hello. Oh, sorry about this. We are struggling to hear you. We're struggling to hear you. I think the network is really bad. So let's attend to those who are watching us on Facebook Live. All right. So, Joseph, can you read some recent comments there on our Facebook Live feed?
Yes, definitely a number of people watching live from across the world and, of course, making their comments known. Here's from Joseph Chidi. He said Morocco all the way. And then Imo Kwede Imiejen, he said Morocco all the way as well. Fabian's, airing our own pleasure at the Morocco scoreline at the moment. Adesola is saying he doesn't really expect much from the Canadians anyways. And, of course, Vincent Olawale Abayomi say Morocco all the way. Wulare Mohammed, he said Morocco are very ready for the World Cup today. And of course, that man they call Joseph Akwete, he said Morocco all the way. Al Amin is saying good, Morocco. Adeshola once more saying Belgium coach is just too comfortable. No pressure on Martinez. Another golden generation fading away. Yes, crying emojis all in that one. Pati Kosaki from Tokyo saying Croatia and Morocco will surely advance. Too bad for Belgium. They need a miracle. Elsewhere, Jabi Jebran is all ecstatic about the scoreline. Ayokunle Donald as well. That man they call Adrian Chiellini. Say good afternoon, guys. Senior man Agawanda. How do you rate African performance so far? He'll take that question later. Shijola Sagacity, Olatunji Tunde say Morocco till quarterfinals.
Okay, so Julius, someone asked a question: how you rate African teams so far?
It's very glaring to see. They performed really well in this World Cup, all the African teams, and they are still doing well. This is a build-up. I'm hoping that by the next World Cup, definitely African teams will go closer to that trophy. I think the slot is going to also increase as well.
Yeah.
So we are hoping for the best for African team. We've come a long way and we deserve better.
That's right. That's right. Okay, let's get some updates, FJ.
Yes, Sports Amazon. So far, so good. Since Morocco doubled the lead, they have relaxed a bit. They've not really placed so much pressure. There's been one or two happening in terms of bickerings from the two sides, especially from the Canadian side of things, who are looking to find a way back into the game. And Jonathan Osorio, of course, got into referee Rafael Klaus's book there as he tried to slide the ball through a teammate. It was well blocked by the defender, and he just lashed out Ashraf Hakimi. Meanwhile, in the 30th minute, Sofiane Boufal gave away a free kick for a foul on an opponent. The referee there, Rafael Klaus, signaled, and there was nothing that went on after that one as far as it's concerned, as the Canadians could not build to get a goal that would put them back in the game. So there's already a yellow card. That yellow card going to Jonathan Osorio of Canada, the centre forward. Meanwhile, in the game between Croatia and Belgium, it just continues to get interesting there. Currently, there have been no shots at goal by the two teams. And in the 18th minute, let's take you back to that penalty decision in case you missed it. Of course, Dejan Lovren was the one that was actually flagged offside, not Andre Kramaric, who won the penalty. Dejan Lovren was flagged offside for a tug on Jan Vertonghen. So it was absolutely an incident that had no business to do with the penalty that was flagged for offside. And then in the 20th minute, Luka Modric sought to find a way into the penalty area, but he didn't get anything there. And there was an attempt from Andre Kramaric into the ball. He tried to dribble past two players, but the ball was guided out of play by the Belgian defense. In the 26th minute, Axel Witsel unleashed a monstrous power driver, controlled the pass, glanced up a goal, and shot from the edge of the box. But it was just going narrowly wide as the ball hit one of the defenders before going out. The defender he hit was Borna Sosa. In the 27th minute, Sosa himself and Perisic, they exchanged short passes, but the defense of Belgium intercepted the ball, and Croatia from the ensuing corner could not take advantage of the opportunity. And then in the 31st minute, Dries Mertens, he crossed into the ball from the sideline, but he doesn't connect as he wants, and it is cleared by a well-organized Croatian defense. So as it is, Croatia 0, Belgium 0. And in case you're wondering, I mean, this is one of the most talented assistant coaching benches in football history. Croatia have Ivica Olic, Mario Mandzukic, and veteran Choluka on the bench. Belgium have Thierry Henry. I think one Thierry Henry will compensate for those three guys.
Yeah, so talking about Belgium, though, not much spark from the Belgium team against Croatia, Julius. I mean, what's going on there? I mean, it seems almost drab from the Belgian side.
Well, I think the morale is really, really down at the moment. They maybe this is not what they were expecting in this World Cup, and so far it has not been a good performance from the team, and that has brought the momentum down from the Belgians. I think that is what is affecting them at the moment.
They're not even
they need
playing
to
like
bring
they've got
themselves
some
up. Yes,
fights.
exactly. They need to bring themselves up, to play a better game. If not, it's going to be, they are going to be out, this tournament with their head bowed down.
This playing without some ginger or without some fight happens, in games. And I don't know how many times or a few times it must have happened with your time in the Super Eagles. And you see some players who are shouting, who are saying, Alpha, pick that ball there, see that loose ball, now your ball, They are gingering everyone. Where does the vibe come from to, bring some life into the game? Is it from, some players who take it upon themselves to lead the team during the game, or is it from the bench?
Sometimes it's just about a personal motivation that some people have. And some people want the win more than others. And so those people who have those kind of high spirit will be able to lift other players up. And it may be, they need someone to talk to them before they can, wake up.
Who used to talk to you guys then?
We have Taribo at the back. He's always screaming on top of his voice and, and shout at you, and let you know that you're doing something wrong. You need to, bring your game up. And he's always there to, to also address you calmly in a way that you understand as he wants you to, up your game.
Do we even have that in the current Super Eagles? Is anybody shouting? Because I know at some point back then, in the 94, it was Keshi. At some point to bringing it forward now. Enyama used to do that.
Yes.
You said Taribo used to do that too. But with
and
this,
Olise as well.
Olise used to do that too. But now, I don't even see anybody shouting on other people that's alpha.
Yeah, everybody is just being calm. They're playing big man kind of football. Nobody wants to get in each other's nerves. Nobody wants to be blamed or shouted back at. So I think everybody is just chilling. And that is not good for the team, because sometimes some players might be down and they need other people to push, to lift them up. I think we must have 2 or 3 players like that in a team who will be able to lift other players up.
Okay, all right. And let's quickly get some update before we get back to the phone lines.
Yes, Sports Amazon, 35 minutes have now been played in this game. And, of course, it is still goalless between Croatia and Belgium. As far as it's concerned, in the 29th minute, the Croatians had an opportunity. Surge forward. It was a combination play from Ivan Perisic. And once again, this guy, Borna Sosa, doing a really good job. But that opportunity just went begging. There was a corner for Luka Modric from the subsequent play, but it was headed away by Axel Witsel. Since the referee awarded that penalty, the game has just sort of descended into a lull. There's nothing so much, and the action is sort of is taking the sting out of the game.
If Belgium had some bite, this would have been the time to hurt Croatia.
Yeah, Croatia, yes, this would have been a better part. In the 33rd minute, Perisic was brought again into play down the left after Brozovic's shot was blocked. The ball was worked wide for Sosa to cross, only for Marco Livaja's looping header to drop harmlessly over Thibaut Courtois' crossbar. So that's definitely not really working well. There was an opportunity as well as Croatia sought to build, but in the end they turned the ball over with the ball landing at the feet of Thomas Meunier and not at the feet of Ivan Perisic. Meanwhile, let's also let you know that in the Canada-Morocco game, Canada almost had an opportunity, but it just was not clicking for them. And then there was Morocco with En-Neysri getting flagged for offside as he tried to run onto a scoop pass over the top from Hakim Ziyech, but he was already flagged offside. Then the 32nd minute run, Romain Saiz picked out Ziyech with a wonderful ball out wide to the right touch line. Ziyech advanced upfield before pulling the ball back into the penalty area, but Alistair Johnston blocked Abdelhamid Sabiri, of course, who had already taken him at goal. So as it stands at the moment, 37 minutes played in both games. Morocco lead 2-0. They're going through as group winners. They will currently as it stands. Morocco will play Japan as it stands in the round of 16. That's if Group E is as it is. Morocco will finish top and play Japan, while Croatia will play Spain.
Okay, so let's get back to the phone lines, guys. Joining on the discuss, it is the live coverage of the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. The games between Canada and Morocco, Croatia versus Belgium. Hello.
Yeah, good evening to you, Oge.
Welcome, good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you, Julius Agawanda.
Good evening, you're welcome.
Yeah, I am still a good Sam. I was the one guy that called earlier, and network cut me off. So resilience is the name of the game.
Yes, and you sound better now.
Yeah, I think I'm enjoying this World Cup. Africa are putting up a very strong showing in this World Cup. I think from the look of things, this November-December World Cup has really favored African countries. I know that the Western country will not allow this kind of competition to be staged this time around. Yes. But generally, it has favored African countries.
You're very correct.
Yes, if at the end of this tournament and 3 African teams go straight through into the second round or even the quarterfinal, I think it will be a very big boost for African teams moving forward. And for the match I'm watching right now, Morocco are on top of their game. But the other thing I want to talk about this competition is that the complacency of African teams. But the only Morocco that have been so business-like other teams like Ghana, Cameroon, you see when they score a goal, acting James Bond, their players want to play to the gallery. And in the long run, they will lose. They will lose concentration, and they score against them. So I want to advise these African teams to leave playing to the gallery. In the US and for the we are the second best entertainment team. In FIFA calendar, I don't know how many trophies have been won through that entertainment football. I think when you get to the game, play the game, be business-like, take the cup. After all, it's not a taboo. I think maybe not. How can go for if African team win World Cup? I'll lie with that.
No be lie.
Thank you very much. God bless you guys. You guys are doing a great job there.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Go. Thank you. Hello, next caller.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Welcome. Good evening.
Yeah, everybody. Good afternoon.
Yes, so we have Julius Efosa Agawa.
Okay, Agawa Wonder.
Good evening.
Yeah, well done.
Yes, thank
you. On the line.
Wow.
Okay, right. You see Morocco, Canada. My crystal ball is not turning well today. But
okay, you are the crystal ball man. Why did you call yesterday?
Leave him. Crystal ball failed.
2 days ago, your crystal ball failed you now.
Crystal ball.
I tell me, okay, Perisic got 5 shots and got 4 on target. He tried now. Anyway. So today, Morocco is winning. You understand? But crystal ball doesn't tell me to predict the correct scoreline. But you see, Belgium, Croatia, Belgium is going home. They can't do anything. they are doing initial graga. They are going. People that are qualifying from that group, Croatia and Morocco.
Okay. No wahala. Thank you very much. We have some updates, FJ.
Yes, Sports Amazon Canada have pulled one back against Morocco. It was an own goal from Adekugbe, and all the work was done down the left by Sam Ayomide Adekugbe. He's a Nigerian guy. I don't know. Bro, why? Stop playing football.
Isn't it that boy?
Stop playing.
The mom was celebrating.
Yes, that's the boy. Yeah, he's doing. His mom's right is answering. Because whatever she's saying now. Sam Adekugbe, he robbed Ashraf Hakimi off the ball, put the ball in between his legs, and he just played it across the face of goal. Kyle Larin was lying in wait in between at the back of two Moroccan defenders. The ball didn't even have to get to Kyle Larin. It was straight from Adekugbe's foot, and it just beat the goalkeeper, Yasin Bonyo, who seemed to have a pretty good hang of the ball as it was coming, but he just touched his hand and went straight into the net. Now it's Canada 1, Morocco 2, and straight after the goal, Canada won themselves a corner as they quickly want to make use of the momentum they've had after getting what is their second ever goal in a FIFA World Cup.
Okay, all right. So let's get to hear from Julius now. They scored one back. They were able to score one. How would do you think this could destabilize Morocco?
Definitely. For a bit, it might destabilize them a little bit, but at least they know that they need this win in this match. So they need to up their game now, and they don't need to play at the back. The Canadians also, their momentum will increase. They now bring the pressure back to Morocco. So if the Moroccans want something out of this game, they need to attack back before the first half ends.
Okay, 09040,889, 09041,889. The numbers to call to be part of the conversation right here. Get in, take one or two calls, and then I'd ask Julius Efosa how are one or two. Hello. Oh, try to get back in. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, FG.
Yes, sir.
FJ, na Tunisia Gragra, last call I talk about Initial Gragra, which one?
Initial Gragra.
Okay. I said na Tunisia, my name is Ndubisi. Okay, I greet you.
I greet you, Ndu.
Yeah. Senior man, Julius.
Good evening.
I greet you. Good evening. Yeah, my name is Ndubisi.
All right, Ndubisi.
Yeah, okay, you see, this North African team, for real, I really wanted to wish them bad for this World Cup, but they just proved wrong one kind. The reason why I wanted to wish them bad is anytime our continental team go play them, they always treat us bad. Yes. And it's not fair. You understand? So that's why I don't want to support them in this World Cup. But fortunately, they don't show us say them service now for board and sabi play. You understand? But all the way, I wish Morocco all the best because the way it is, they don't already qualify. I think this 2-1 score is enough for them to go to the next round. But for Belgium, I don't just understand them. But God go see them through, Sha. Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, let's get to Facebook Live. Let's read some comments from Facebook Live. A few more comments. In case you just tuned in, it is Canada 1, Morocco 2. That is the situation of that game. 44 minutes gone. Go ahead, Joseph.
Yeah, situation of things on Facebook. Eggy Sly says, watching from Amsterdam, well done, guys. Simbarashi Waniwa is saying Morocco for the win. She's from Zimbabwe. Adebiyi Olushoji is saying, Morocco, up Africa. I see Morocco going far. They might be the first to qualify for semi-final. Engineer Godwin Terulum. Yes, Terulumun is saying, up Morocco. Rahim Kisi Pute is saying, hello, I'm Brahim from Malaysia. And I'm a Netherlands supporter. But for today's match, I hope Morocco and Croatia win their game. Abdul Kadir Mustafa from Tunisia is saying welcome. Is saying, of course, is supporting the Moroccans. Andreas Tobias is saying Morocco will go until the quarterfinals. The players are well prepared. Meanwhile, Light Paul Johnston is saying up Morocco, Africa will move. Emmanuel Samuel is saying, well done, guys. Please, when is Ghana match? Ghana match is tomorrow. Yes, for tomorrow. Joseph Nyemba saying, keep it up, guys. Noah Brazzi is saying, Carrasco 3-0. Well, I'm happy to tell you that has been stopped. Ahoma James Nana is saying, Up Morocco, up Guinea. Michelo says, Mono, say nice one from Morocco. She's from Zambia. Of course, another person said Morocco is the best. And yeah, Sean Deal Shonako is asking what time does Ghana and Uruguay play? It's for tomorrow. Yes, 4 p.m. GMT. Joseph Etin is saying Germany halftime over 2.5. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Jeremiah Onosonye is saying Morocco are going to go far in this tournament. Let's see. Say for the semis then. Akile Shegun is saying Up Africa. Chijola Sagacity. They say finally Morocco have considered their first goal. Omini Oka say Morocco to win. Yes, it's Mr. Joe Boy Musoro. Say well done, guys.
Okay.
Watch you guys from Benin Republic.
All right. Let's get to the phone lines. The added minutes from the two games will wrap up soon, and we're close to halftime. Yes. Good evening.
Good evening. This is Ophili calling back from Abuja.
Okay, Ophili.
Yeah, Morocco is the best defending team among the 5 African teams that qualified for the World Cup. They scored 20 goals and conceded 1. So I'm not surprised if there is an own goal because they are so much defensive conscious. So playing with Canada, I believe they are still going to score more goals. They still have another 45 minutes. They still have another 45 minutes. But I just want to ask Agawa, why is it that Martinez, the Belgian coach, is not playing Lukaku regularly? Because the last time Lukaku came against Morocco, I saw the effort he made. So why is he not playing Lukaku?
Well, sometimes it's all about the strategy he wants to play, and if he's not up to that strategy,
it's happened again.
That's a goal for Morocco.
All right, FJ, update.
Yes, Sports Amazon. Yusuf En-Neysri, he doesn't score, but when he does score, they come like London buses. But the referee might be stealing his joy. Sorry, the linesman, not the referee. The linesman might be stealing Yusuf En-Neysri's joy there. Hakim Ziyech threaded him through on goal from a free kick. And that definitely has got to be checked. It has to be checked. 100% has to be checked. En-Neysri definitely had that ball in the back of the net. Ziyech played a free kick in. It was cleared, half-cleared by the Canadian defenders. And it was onto the path of Yusuf En-Neysri. And he struck into the back of the net off his right foot. But the referee has really indeed, Rafael Klaus, has cancelled and choked off the goal. There should have been a VAR check, but there was no VAR check. It was just the word of the assistant referee that was taking for it, hook, line, and sinker. And perhaps the technology did take root. The technology that has about 35 sensors attached to the ball. And then makes you know a player is offside. Well, of course, perhaps that was what was used, but that goal has now been choked off. Morocco could have been 3-1 up. 4th minute of added time in the first half, but they're still 2-1 up. Meanwhile, 4 minutes of added time in the game between Croatia and Belgium played. The stipulated time was 4 minutes. The Croatians had an opportunity across down the right, played across the face of goal. Ivan Perisic just missed the ball by inches. And then on the rebound after the ball bouncing in and around the box, Josip Juranovic was the one that had the final touch of the half as he just right-footed it off his right foot wide. It is half-time between Croatia and Belgium. No goals with the Croatians firmly in the ascendancy.
All right, so it's actually halftime for that game between Croatia and Belgium. So 0-0 it is, nothing, no goal scored. But of course, very soon, the game between Canada and Morocco is going to wrap up in just a bit. But let's go for this call.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, please, good evening.
Yeah, my name is Oyenali, AKMG.
Okay.
I greet you, Julius Agawa, and my Oga Bidad.
Good evening. You're welcome.
Yes, I watched the time I was in primary school, boss.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, okay. Concerning this ongoing match now,
Yes.
I believe Morocco is going to win the game. But I believe if they are not going to score another goal, they should be able to defend the one they scored already. That's my take.
All right. The way he called the name of the country, there's actually a particular artist. I think he's late now. Morocco. Morocco is what they used to call him in the East. So the way he said Morocco. All those old souls that love high life, if you know that it's that man you are remembering. But anyway, we are talking Morocco. So halftime it is, and it's 1 goal for Canada and 2 goals for Morocco. So let's see how the second half would come in just a bit. But do you expect any changes in that Croatia versus Belgium game in the second half before we go for a break? Julius.
I think they're going to come out the same way. For the first 15 minutes of the second half, they want to see how the game is going and then thereby introduce